Well, hello there. Welcome to the show. I'm Tom, your host, and this is Tom's Day Trips, a cruise show. All right, today we're going to talk about three items. First thing is NCL banning a particular thing that affects the pool area. And there's islands in the Caribbean that are banning a particular type of clothing. And there's a town in Europe that's actually banning a particular clothing out of a particular area. So let's find out what's going on. But before we do that, we have to roll the intro. Roll, please. All right, we're back. All right, let's talk about NCL. The NCL is banning on all their cruise lines in the pool area, the hot tub, kiddie pool, anything that deals with pool, diapers. Diapers of all sorts. Basically from diapers, the swim diapers, depends, pull-ups. Those are all banned from the pool area. So basically, if you have a child who is not potty trained, that is in the diaper, they are no longer allowed to go into the pool. That's even included in the kiddie pool, which is set aside for them. They're no longer allowed to go into those areas. The only thing I can think of is there to protect us. Because you can imagine if one of those diapers leaked in the pool area, what problem it would cause. Basically, evacuate the pool area. They would have to drain, clean, sanitize. Has anybody been exposed to this? Now they're going to have to get clean. They might have to get checked out by the doctor. There's a bunch of different things that I can see happening if one of these diapers leaks. And I think that's the reason why Norwegian Cruise Line is doing this, probably to keep us safe and clean and having a great vacation. So thank you very much, NCL, for taking care of that. A couple other things that they have for policy for the pool area is kids under the age of 16 cannot be in the hot tub without being supervised by an adult. You need to take a shower before you go into any type of pool or hot tub area. No running, jumping, diving in those areas, which is common sense. You want to be safe. NCL does not have an adult-only pool. Sometimes they have multiple pools, but there's nothing specifically designated for a adult-only. But they do allow flotation device. You got the water wings, you got the tubes, you got the noodles. These are allowed into the pool. So that's something different. I think that's pretty cool. I have seen that before when I cruised with NCL. So I'm kind of glad NCL's doing this with the diapers. Let's keep our pool area clean. And then thank you very much, NCL, for looking out for us. All right, next thing we're going to talk about is that there's a European country that is sought after, which is called Split Croatia. This is one of the number one destinations in Europe. They actually have a law on the books, actually a rule on the books, that if you're wearing your swim attire away from the beach area, you can be fined. They can fine you if you're walking around the town and not covering up your beach attire. Now, we've seen some beach attire. It can be very revealing. So they want to make sure this is covered up so those areas are kept, I guess, probably honest and clean, I guess, lack of better terminology. So, but they can fine you up to 150 euros or $157 US for wearing this attire away from the beach area. So when you're at the beach, wear your beach attire. When you're ready to go into town, cover up, change, put something on that will not be so revealing, and they won't fine you. That's the way that I take it. So we want to make sure that we're safe when we're in someone else's country. Remember, these are someone else's country. This is not our country. As Americans or Canadians or British, Australian, when you go into someone else's country, that's their rules and regulations, not ours. So also, there is other countries in Europe and other destinations in Europe that are doing the same thing. So keep that in mind and ask the cruise line if there's any special policies and procedures and rules of where you're going on your port day. So keep that in mind. All right, last thing we want to talk about is there is islands in the Caribbean that is banning camouflage outfits. Camouflage outfits or military-looking type of outfits. If you're, for an example, I'm from Maine. Maine, everyone wears camouflage up here. One of your first things you wear when you're born is a camouflage onesie. That's just the way it is. So, but when we go, especially when you guys go to another country that ban these camouflage, you have to abide by their policy. Even though this is a normal wear, normal attire for us, we have to make sure that we are very careful and go by the laws of the country. So these are the countries that have banned camouflage. And this is camouflage for their citizens, and as tourists, we are also bound by their policies. Okay, Antigua and Barbuda, Barbados, Dominica, Jamaica, St. Lucius, St. Vincent and Grenadine, and Trinidad and Tobago. You cannot wear camouflage outfits in those countries. So, wear some type of Caribbean shirt. Basically Caribbean attire. You don't need to wear the camouflage, but Caribbean attire is really cool. So keep that in mind when you're traveling to these particular islands. And they do have the right to confiscate your piece of clothing. They have the right to fine you. And sometimes, if it gets to a point, they have the right to throw you in jail. So keep that in mind when you're in these islands. You abide by their laws and their rules and regulations. So be very safe when you're out there traveling. And this is about it for the show. I do appreciate you tuning in. And, I just may be seeing you on the cruise ship someday. Once again, thank you for watching. Bye.